Lumbee River EMC Stadium in Pembroke, North Carolina, the site of tonight's Monday night soccer matchup between the UNC Pembroke Braves and the Lees-McRae Bobcats. They're cutting the ribbon here at LREMC Stadium. The Braves have not been beaten in their last 6 matches. Lees-McRae 2-1 in its last 3. And a pleasant Monday evening to you, everybody. Trevor Williams with you here from LREMC Stadium, and we're talking about two sides that have had very successful stretches of late. And we talk about UNC Pembroke, it starts most recently with what they were able to do on Saturday. The Lenore-Rhine Bears in visiting the Braves here at LREMC. In the 11th minute, it started off with Alexis Pittman netting her 5th goal of the season. It's going to turn out to be the game winner for the Braves for a little while. It tied her up with Stacy Scott for the team lead goals, and then here's Scott in the 21st minute, able to net a 2-zip lead for the Braves. Although it was a rough night for UNC Pembroke, although they won against Lenore-Rhine, they lost their star forward, Stacy Scott, and the news is she will not play tonight for UNC Pembroke. On the other side, the Braves are facing a Lees-McRae team that has been outscored this season quite heavily, 21-11 by the opposition, but they do have a star-studded forward of late. That's Kiara Montenegro. She had both goals in their win against Converse the last time that Lees-McRae was able to hit the pitch, and she'll be trying to get after it again tonight. Just a freshman for the Bobcats. On the other side for UNC Pembroke, it starts in net, starts with a defensive backline, but most of all with the keeper, Gina Ryan, and she has been tremendous of late. A second PBC Goalkeeper of the Week accolade that just came out this afternoon for Gina Ryan. Back-to-back weeks that she has been the top keeper in the conference, and she's coming off a 10-save match against Lenore-Rhine, 8 of those saves in the second half. It's the Braves and the Bobcats just about ready to tangle on this Monday night. We'll come back with the opening kickoff right after this here on the UNCP Sports Network.
I guess sometimes things just happen. Devastating things. Your whole world changes in an instant. That's what happened to me the day my mother had a stroke.
I'm Paul George, and I want you to spot a stroke fast.
F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911.
Protect the ones you love.
Spot a stroke fast.
I knew that there was an opportunity to have my college paid for if I was good enough to play baseball at that level. That was going to make a big difference in my family. D2 baseball gave me an opportunity to play at a high level and to get an education that's going to be valuable for me throughout the rest of my life. I chose to take my experience of being a student athlete and pursue that within my career and to get a master's degree. If I wouldn't have had a baseball scholarship, there'd be no chance that I'm doing what I'm doing today. I knew that there was an opportunity to have my college paid for if I was good enough to.
EMC Stadium, the UNC Pembroke Braves up against Lees-McRae. The college Bobcats here to take on the Braves in Pembroke. It is a chilly evening for soccer. Cloudy skies up overhead. Trevor Williams with you, and the rest of our great UNCP Sports Network team here as well for UNC Pembroke Soccer. Talking about the UNC Pembroke Braves right now, 8-3-1 on the season, 4-1-1 in the Peach Belt non-conference match here today. There you see the Braves. They will look like this. The starters, Gina Ryan in net for UNC Pembroke, Katie Watkins at the midfield, Alexis Pittman, of course, the leading striker. Now the team's leading goal scorer that's active tonight with Stacy Scott being out with an injury. Kate Weisner, the senior forward, along with Carly Rochelle, and then Shannon O'Neill in the midfield. Christine Rolfs, Jasmine Senecal Guzman, Katie Ryan, and Haley Stewart on the back line, and Christina Stevenson rounds out the midfielders for the Braves. For Lees-McRae, Alexis Feely is in net for the Bobcats. Their forwards are Autumn Esposito along with Leanne McAlexander and Cassie McFadden. Midfielders Nikki Torres, Lauren Paulson, Tegan Dean, and then the defensive back line, Kaylin Pitchler along with Katie Lysat, Alina Ankney, and Riley Neese. So Lees-McRae will start with possession. Bobcats in the green kits, white numbers. UNC Pembroke, white tops, black shorts. Various colors of boots this evening. Ball being moved around out back first for Lees-McRae. Just in the opening seconds, UNC Pembroke able to take it away and fire into the box. Alexis Pittman trying to run it down for a cross. We deflected off of one into the hands of a running Alexis Feely. Junior goalkeeper from out of Raleigh, North Carolina. Feely was an All-Conference Carolina second team member a year ago. Up towards the midfield, ball struck Christina Stevenson across the face. Deflected out by UNC Pembroke for the throw-in. Christine Rolfs to take it for the Braves. Might be a threat of rain in the forecast this evening. Some light sprinkles and showers off and on in the pregame. Rolfs throwing at Rochelle. Should angle it back into the midfield and cut out a play by Tegan Dean. Dean, a freshman starter for Lees-McRae. They have a few freshmen getting the nod in the starting 11 this evening. Cutting the ribbon on Lumbee River EMC Stadium. They finished all the renovations and improvements. What a beautiful pitch it has been. Pittman playing into the box. Weiser trying to get to it with the right foot. Ends up knocking it slightly towards the goalkeeper, Feely. You can hear that wind howling. It is blowing to the southwest. Really howling across the stadium this evening. Carly Rochelle onside, working back to the box around one defender. A right-footed play in, stopped by Paulson for a moment. Shot as far outside as it can go to Alina Ankney. Braves have the soft touch once again. Katie Watkins, the senior. Had it at her feet. Rochelle plays it to Watkins, top of the 18. Right-footed shot bounces and stopped by Feely. Didn't take long for Katie Watkins to get her first shot. The Kannapolis, North Carolina native, a senior midfielder, had the only goal against Lees-McRae a season ago. That was the only meeting all time between the Braves and the Bobcats. Braves won it 1-0 on the road, and they did so in Banner Elk, North Carolina. Whistle blows. Foul whistled against UNC Pembroke, or against Lees-McRae rather. It'll stay in UNC Pembroke's direction. Dustin Thorne, our head referee, Caleb Fearing and Joe Worley, the assistant referees on this evening in Pembroke. Just through our third minute of play into the fourth. Katie Ryan set to take the free kick for the Braves off the foul. Into the box it goes, one bounce, Feely the catch. Watkins was waiting on the back end. The play on the far side through the midfield was at the feet of Nice. Now back to the defensive back line through Kaylin Pitchler. Katie Ryan cut it down for a second off of Christina Stevenson. She's been a moving target the first couple of minutes of this match. It's already worn one up high. Was surprised by the kick from her teammate Ryan. Braves do control possession in the midst of a 4-match homestand. The ball played back up front towards the sophomore Nice. Listed as a defender midfielder hybrid, and certainly more of the midfielder so far this evening. Even works up into the forward position along with the help of Leanne McAlexander, the senior. Up to deflect the last try, Haley Stewart. A big crowd on hand at LREMC Stadium. A lot of the high-ranking members from the LREMC here to help cut the ribbon on the pitch before the match. Gina Ryan is going to get her first touch on a ball in this match in her own box. Scoop it up and run away freely. How about Ryan out of Cape Carteret, North Carolina, sophomore. A career high in saves is at 14, had 10 on Saturday, third highest match for Ryan in terms of total saves in her Braves career. Still a young career at that. Just her second season. 8 of those 10 saves in the second half against Lenore Ryan. 5 minutes gone in the opening half of play. Braves struck in the 11th minute on Saturday. Stevenson playing it wide on the square pass to Rolfs. Into the middle of the park, but unable to settle it with the right foot with Shannon O'Neill. Back through Lees-McRae and up to Autumn Esposito. Looking for the outside runner, Cassie McFadden. Stewart clears it back. Throw in coming for Lees-McRae. Bobcats away from home playing 2-5-1. They have not won a non-conference match this season. 0-5 outside of Conference Carolinas play. 3-3-2 inside the conference. Rolfs throws upfield, headed by Paulson. Over the midfield stripe, Lees-McRae reverse it far side towards their own bench. Third-year head coach Kiko Magana. Out of the midfield, played back lightly with Nikki Torres. Sees some room to carry. Dancing around, Katie Watkins to angle over to Esposito. Esposito step inside of O'Neill. Plays again diligently towards the top of the box, right through McAlexander. Quick leave with Dean at the feet, out wide to Alexander. Chance for a cross brewing. This is in towards net. Gina Ryan makes the catch for UNC Pembroke. Threatening in front of net Riley Neese, but a good catch by Ryan. Far and above the leading keeper in the Peach Belt Conference, a .68 goals against average. Only 8 goals for opponents against UNC Pembroke this year. Ball comes near side for the Lees-McRae throw-in. About 7 minutes gone at the start. O'Neill being challenged, able to angle herself out. Step up and a tackle. No call from the officials. Lauren Paulson had the defensive play. Christine Rolfs blasted high. Shannon O'Neill in a ton of pain, still down. Braves trying to work possession. The officials waiting for a chance to stop the match. O'Neill remains down. This will be played out by Lees-McRae, and now UNC Pembroke will have a chance to tend to its midfield. O'Neill was tackled hard, stays on the pitch. Clock will likely be stopped, and here is that stoppage. Athletic training staff for UNC Pembroke to be called onto the pitch. A bad sign for the Braves at the start of this match, just about 7.5 minutes in. Already short of forward, and Stacy Scott, the team's leading goal scorer, has 6 into the back of the net this year. Their team mantra is 18 and 17 this year. That's 18 players on the 2017 squad. Hopefully nothing serious here for Shannon O'Neill as the staff takes a look at it. It appears that they are examining maybe the left leg for O'Neill. O'Neill, a Statesville, North Carolina native, sophomore midfielder with 3 assists and 11 shots this year. So being helped up to her feet. Looking like she will have to exit early on in our first half of play. Rose Bussey, the head athletic trainer for UNC Pembroke, to her left, help her off the pitch. So the Braves will be forced into an early substitution. Lars Anderson looks to be bringing in the freshman midfielder Riley Searing out of Waxhaw, North Carolina, who scored against Coker in the second match of the year, has 1 goal on the year and 14 shots. So Searing to check on in for the Braves. Shannon O'Neill still making her way off the pitch, and certainly you got to hope at this point that it'll be a quick recovery for O'Neill. No time frame on when Stacy Scott will return for UNC Pembroke. Not available tonight in street clothes on the Braves bench. See Lars Anderson at the top of your screen, resetting his field now, talking to the midfielders and the forwards as they continue to work his sophomore midfielder over to the side. The Braves are 4th in the Peach Belt Conference with a 4-1-1 mark, 8-3-1 overall, sitting behind Columbus State, Flagler, and North Georgia. Remember, the Braves are able to work Flagler to a draw They lost to Columbus State, and they still have North Georgia coming up, the lone road match left this season. So clock has restarted. Possession will be with Lees-McRae after the ball out of play. Spoke about the gaffer there for the Braves. Lars Anderson, 17th season, has 178 wins at UNC Pembroke all time, with 112 losses and 29 draws. He spent 2 years at Cumberland College and 5 years at Reinhardt as a men's coach before his time with the Braves. He's the only head coach in the history of UNC Pembroke women's soccer. Up to step to the ball, Kate Weisner. Looking midfield with Christina Stevenson. Pittman has the defender overrun it. Now some room for the speedy freshman. Flying on the neon cleats towards the byline. Shielded off by Autumn Esposito. Goal kick coming. You'll hear them tonight. We've had to adjust our camera setup because of the impending rain in order to protect the equipment, but down below you'll hear the black and gold Army. And I will certainly butcher that English term. I have been assured that it's clean language for the broadcast from the new supporter group for the Braves. Pittman running on, crashes over the top of the keeper, Feely. Feely keeps hold of the ball. Pittman was trying to get to that ball, nearly a very dangerous play for the Lees-McRae keeper. Everybody all right, standing back up and walking away from it. Lees-McRae quickly on the counter with Autumn Esposito. The run through the center of the pitch. Right-footed shot over Gina Ryan and over the net from Tegan Dean. A heck of an 11th shot on the season for Tegan. First shot for Lees-McRae tonight. And tested Gina Ryan, but had the hand all the way up to the crossbar until it was over the top netting. Dean is a freshman without a goal in her college career, but has 1 assist so far. A little room for Weisner to work outside, and the touch too heavy to the touchline. Kiko Magana hands it off to his own defensive backline to throw it in. Leanne McAlexander right there next to the third-year head coach for Lees-McRae. Jasmine Senecal Guzman. One getting away from box up towards Kate Weisner, and off of the Bobcat it goes for the Braves throw. UNC Pembroke finishes the homestand on Wednesday. Lander here for a 5 o'clock start, back to Peach Belt Conference play for the final 4 matches of the year. Ball coming back for the Lees-McRae throw. It's at home against Lander Wednesday, at North Georgia on Saturday, and then back home next week. USC Aiken and Young Harris. It'll be Wednesday and Saturday matches next week, which will also be homecoming week. UNC Pembroke's final football game at home. To be a week from Saturday, it'll be Lenore Ryan in for homecoming. Ball out to the near side to Lauren Paulson. Dancing around, reversing directions, Dean. Back to Paulson. A left foot forward. Was able to find Cassie McFadden. Braves etch it out in the midfield. Rochelle starting to dance it wide towards Weisner. Playing the far side touchline. Weisner maybe had a step, angled out of play by Alina Ankney. Braves goal scoring this year, 20 team goals on the season, averaging 16.4 shots a game and a shot on goal percentage over 50%. Right-footed shot for Pittman off the back line defender. Comes bouncing back free. Pittman earns a second shot off of it. Trying to work again around Katie Lysat. Both times Pittman denied. Goalkeeper Alexis Feely, the junior, with the big kick away from net. Feely's got a big leg, easily clearing that midfield stripe. Wind helping her at her back as well. Off the right, back through the middle. Carrying it on at the feet, Nikki Torres. And plays it back. Not a ton of chances early on for Lees-McRae to threaten on the attacking third. Volley stays in the air. Senecal Guzman back to midfield with Weisner. Weisner running it outside, carrying along the touchline. Head of steam towards the end line. Crosses off of a Bobcat, bounces free at the box, hit high in the air into the hands of Feely. Caught again by the keeper out of Raleigh. Riley Searing was lurking on the back end. 13 minutes passed at LREMC. Lights on. Christina Stevenson played it right at the feet off the goal kick. Keeps it rolling on the turf to Pittman. Up to Rochelle. Almost had a chance to feed Searing. Defense fought it up. Nice step up by Esposito. Searing challenging the outside with Paulson towards the end line. Paulson fought right up with Searing. Knocked it out of play. Corner kick coming for the Braves. First corner kick for either side tonight.
45, Christina Stevenson.
Braves this year out corner kicking opponents a total of 64-45. Christina Stevenson takes a bulk of the corner kicks. Twice as converted with Stacy Scott in the season for goals, but Stacy Scott not on the pitch tonight. We'll have to find a new target to the backside post. Her teammates waiting. That kick in, skies over everybody. But the best effort to try to get to it was Carly Rochelle. Jasmine Senecal Guzman with the cross towards net. Goes far side post, almost bent its own way in. Stays in on the byline. Riley Searing watching it. Will hold it on for the Braves and deflect it off of Paulson for a second corner kick try. Senecal Guzman's cross almost had enough English to work to the far side post. Just missed that post on the grass. You can see the setup for Lees-McRae. One to the near side post and two back with the keeper Feely. Stevenson ready again out of the corner. High and long, headed by Senecal Guzman towards the back line. Paulson nearly had to clear it off, did not. Left foot, Stevenson gets it loose in the box. Anything can happen here. Searing goes off the post. It's still pinballing around. Then a shot for Watkins wide. What a sequence for the Braves. Nearly Senecal Guzman a header. Then Riley Searing had a try on a loose ball in the box. Katie Watkins tried to clean it all up, but no goals to show for it for the Braves in the opening 15 minutes. Best sequence by far for UNC Pembroke, out shooting Lees-McRae 6-1 in the early going. Something brewing for the Braves, who had only a Watkins goal a year ago at Lees-McRae. Nearly too much on the ball. Christine Rolfs, a missed kick right to Riley Neese. Looking forward now. Takes one step outside, left-footed shot. This will be the easiest of saves for Gina Ryan. A turf burner right into the goalkeeper. Lees-McRae started the year with a record of 1-7-2 before winning two of their last three matches. Trying to build a little momentum early in Pembroke. Braves having to figure out how to play without junior forward Stacy Scott. Leads their side with 6 goals on the year after having 8 a season ago. Throw for the Bobcats. She's had 2 braces this year, has Stevenson, as has Kiara Montenegro. Notably, Montenegro did not start in the 11 for Lees-McRae. Had 2 goals last time out against Converse. Ball towards Stevenson. Half volley down to the grass. Goes back through Rolfs. One bounce at Searing. Paulson wins a 50-50. Still loose at the feet. Watkins battling with Dean. Lees-McRae continues to try to build possession out of the back, but the pass from Autumn Esposito up for Paulson was just a little wide. Pembroke has a chance to think about Pittman. Nice header off the back row by Katie Lysat. Shot for Kate Weisner. Hit it hard off of Alina Ankney. Ankney limping a bit after the shot, trying to flip the field, Lees-McRae. Stevenson, nice footwork. Running it to the near side with a little more spacing to the freshman Searing. One step, byline, past Paulson. Up towards the midfield. The volley down to Watkins. One touch too many. Lees-McRae continues to play it back. They'll go all the way back into the box for Alexis Feely. The all-conference second teamer sent away still a Braves throw. And Feely 5 feet 9 inches tall in net. Katie Ryan on the other side 5'7" for the Braves. You can hear that black and gold Army coming alive once again, along with the great crowd on hand, enjoying some Braves soccer. Right-footed shot, oh, just above the crossbar by Kate Weisner. Trying to test Feely high on the frame, but just a little too much. Weisner this year, 3 goals and now 29 shots. Had a brace back against Converse on October 2nd. Ball played down immediately by UNC Pembroke. Carly Rochelle got to it off the goal kick. Nice header by Guzman to hold on the pressure. Watkins trying to keep it down. Wide side, Lees-McRae plays a little too strong. It was intended to open up Leanne McAlexander along the far side. The 5'10" senior out of Huntersville, North Carolina. Currently, Lees-McRae sits 6th in the Conference Carolinas, finished 4th a year ago, 9th 2 years before that, and 7th back in 2014. Ball kicked right off of Kate Weisner. Lees-McRae, told you the Braves averaging just over 16 shots a match. The Bobcats sitting at under 9 a contest. 8-2 the shot advantage for UNC Pembroke. 2 saves for Lees-McRae, 1 for Gina Ryan and the Braves. Ball still high on the far side. Flag comes up for another Lees-McRae throw. UNC Pembroke, big part of this is weathering the last non-conference match of the season. In conference play, the Braves 4-1-1 makes their record outside of the conference right now a total of 4-2. Trying to go 5-2 in non-conference. Played back to Gina Ryan. Kick is high, not going to go much of anywhere against the wind. Katie Ryan, Gina's twin defender, the left back, had it last touch out of play far side at the end of the UNC Pembroke bench. Ball still tumbling around. Kate Weisner is trying to get to it. Throw quickly signaled for Lees-McRae. Rochelle, a little room for Weisner. Big counter coming for the Braves. Lots of green grass for Weisner. Outside to Pittman. Pittman, the flag is already up. And Alexis Pittman was clearly offsides. So bring it on back to the point where Pittman was ahead of the back line. And you can hardly blame the freshman Pittman. Braves had it countered 3v3, and a lot of room for Carly Rochelle to decide which side she wanted to play to. Had Searing out to her right and Pittman to her left. Got her pick of the freshman strikers. UNC Pembroke very aggressive offensively. They'll have the bulk of offsides flags in matches on Saturday alone. 3 more offsides flags in the Lenore Rhine. Pittman should play the ball to Searing outside. Had a little too much angle towards net. Feely able to pick it up, no problem. Last year, Feely had 6 shutouts, 126 saves. Those were both good for second most in the conference a season ago, both the saves and shutouts numbers. Searing has the run on at the 18. 1 step to the end line, crosses back in, fought off the foot of Katie Lysat for a UNC Pembroke corner kick. Searing was surveying for Alexis Pittman, the runner in to the center of the box. Christina Stevenson will kick from the corner for UNC Pembroke. Corner kick number 3 for the Braves. They had 2 in succession. Last time they had a corner, it resulted in their most dangerous try of the night. Stevenson plays such a nice ball in from the corner. Puts another good one to the far side post. Weisner with a left foot. Ends up adjusting back for a right-footed shot. Whistle comes. Knocked off of Lees-McRae. Braves will set up again for a corner kick on this side, switching sides of the pitch. It doesn't matter for Christina Stevenson. She'll take him from either side. The corner kick specialist, if you will, for the Braves. Very rarely does Stevenson not put a corner kick in play for UNC Pembroke. It's a huge part of the success for them on set pieces this year. Stevenson keeps it alive out of the corner flag. Right in at net, headed by Searing, off the crossbar. Whistle comes anyways, and the Braves are affecting the keeper, Alexis Feely. Feely puts it right down at her feet. Kicks it out to Alina Ankney. Another good try for UNC Pembroke. A little too much in terms of the shove inside the box in the last corner. Into the midfield, a little too strong for Cassie McFadden. Rolfs countering it out with Riley Searing. In a battle race to Katie Lysat. Carly Rochelle into the back. The Lees-McRae midfielder Autumn Esposito was able to win it back for the Braves. Weisner gets around Esposito with a right foot. Too high, carries up over frame. Another shot for UNC Pembroke, 9th shot of the match so far. Through 24 minutes, Lees-McRae standing tough. Given opponents 21 goals this year and scored only 11. Had one rough patch early in the season, did Lees-McRae, September 16th through October 7th, where they scored only one goal. That was in the midst of a 0-5-1 span for Lees-McRae. One of the defining portions of the schedule so far for the Bobcats, headed by Weisner out. It'll advance the throw up the far side touchline. UNC Pembroke, meanwhile, on its schedule, some losses you can feel good about. At number 2, Columbus State on September 23rd, 2-1. Braves actually led in that match in the first half. Limestone beat UNC Pembroke to open the season here at LREMC 1-0. Rolfs chasing it down. Kicks it back out of play. Throw coming for the Bobcats. The loss that stings is a Conference Carolinas club, Belmont Abbey. 2-1 at Belmont Abbey, the Braves fell. Watkins, the half volley. Rolfs sends a long ways away. Pittman thinking about trying to get to the ball. Bounces free for a moment. Kate Weisner, what a run on. Rochelle volleyed it herself to hold it. Weisner outside has had some long runs already tonight. At the corner flag, earning the cross. Pittman waiting backside, ball still free. It's loose. Kicked out by Nikki Torres. The Belmont Abbey loss is a head scratcher. A couple of goals right at the end of the half at Belmont Abbey for the Braves that were tough to swallow. And they weren't the most clinical of goals. They were just goals that worked for Belmont Abbey. But Belmont Abbey's had a pretty good year record-wise. Ball still free on that far side. They've gone 9-3-1 overall, 5-2-1 in the Conference Carolinas, but some of the head-scratching losses to teams like Converse and Lees-McRae, who are both in the back half of that conference. Lees-McRae was able to beat Belmont Abbey at home 2-1 just a couple weeks back. That match went to overtime. Weisner on the ground with the right foot, scooped up by Alexis Feely. Of the matches, the Braves have stood very tall this year. Season ago, winners of 12 matches, 8 in 2015 and 11 in 2014. UNC Pembroke would have to win out this year to surpass their win total from a season ago. Still saw them fall just shy of the NCAA tournament. Alexis Pittman wide of the 18, looking for Katie Watkins. Fell down, locked up with Autumn Esposito. Possession all in the Braves' hands right now. Backline, Katie Lysak kicks it deep. Still UNC Pembroke possession, but trying to break through with the first goal of the evening. See the new goal areas on the far side. Teams trade throw-ins in front of their own benches. This pitch has grown up a lot in just the course of a couple months. A big part of that is thanks to the LREMC. Fantastic donation made all of this possible. Lars Anderson has talked about it before, saying it's like playing for the badge. You want to make the people who donated to the stadium very proud tonight. Obviously a special night for him. He is in shirt and tie across the way instead of his normal polo. Things look all a little different. The gaffer a little more dressed up. No Stacey Scott for the Braves. Still, UNC Pembroke has applied pressure without the benefit of a goal. Over Riley Searing, who is looking for a header to keep it with her strikers. Cleared out for the UNCP throw. Down towards the end line, Pittman. Nice combination back to Searing with the left foot. Wanted to cross, angled it a little off target. Wisner running to it on the far side. Cuts it back. Right foot to the far side post. Searing. Not there. Ball out for a goal kick. Substitution for Lees-McRae. And here comes the player that we highlighted in the open for the Bobcats, Kiara Montenegro. The freshman from Orlando, Florida. Had both goals against Converse last time out on Saturday. The 2-1 win. They were first half goals for Montenegro. Has 4 goals this year. Netted them all in 2 matches in which she earned a brace both times. Paulson kept it up for Pittman. Through to Searing. Nice through ball. Searing. End line, cross try. Twists up feet with Katie Lysat. Cleared out wide. Braves have been able to pack the box a couple times. Create some chaos. Not better than a 3-shot flurry just over 10 minutes ago. Half volley backed out. Stevenson fakes to go for it. Left-footed shot for Rolfs. Headed for a moment. Still bouncing free. Big fight between Rochelle and Torres. Torres win the battle with just a little stronger kick. You have a feeling maybe the first UNC Pembroke goal could come off of a loose ball in the box the way it's gone early on. But a few times the Braves have made it a mess inside the 18. 30 minutes through so far, Lees-McRae has been able to weather the storm. Montenegro trying to flip the field with the counter. Poised a bit too far for Katie Ryan. Wisner from middle of the pitch. Big ball up towards Searing. A little out in front. Paulson holds it off. Rolls on through to Alexis Feely. Carrying on forward, Tegan Dean. Up towards the box, Rolfs. Fending off Montenegro towards the end line, and Rolfs had to circle it out wide. Montenegro gets it quickly to throw in. 10-2, the Braves shot advantage. Gina Ryan has not had tough shots to face so far, both from distance. Haley Stewart tried to stay on that ball, but left it out for a corner kick. First corner kick opportunity for Lees-McRae coming up. Into the corner flag to take the opportunity, Tegan Dean out of Oak Ridge, North Carolina. Sets everyone up high far post. Watch out for the 5'11 Nice right in front of net. Tries to get a header to it. Caught the shoulder of a Brave defender. Will switch sides of the corner kicks. Lees-McRae will hustle to set it up, and if you've ever wondered why our sponsor Lumberton Chevrolet Buick Cadillac GMC has such a long name. One reason is the tremendous variety of cars and trucks they offer to meet every need. Great-looking Chevrolets, Buicks, Cadillacs, and even GMC SUVs and trucks. They have everything from budget vehicles to top-of-the-line Cadillacs, so why would you shop anywhere else? Corner kick in. At the 18, Stevenson chops it up high. Paulson heading it back and forth with Watkins. Stays at the feet of Paulson for a moment. Stevenson bashes it out. Running back and looking for some defensive help, Katie Lysat turns it back around towards Montenegro. One quick touch of the right foot back to Paulson. Everything goes back through the back for Lees-McRae still. Looking to turn it to the wide side of the field. Midfield's done a great job of the Braves holding possession. There's another example from Christina Stevenson. Riley Searing switching the feet, looking for Pittman. Lysat knocks it back to Stevenson. Again, Stevenson can go anywhere she wants with it. One step around again towards Pittman. The pass is tried. Lysat's been marking Pittman stride for stride the last couple Brave opportunities toward the box. A trip up, Carly Rochelle, and caught Nikki Torres at the feet. We're talking about the Lumberton Chevrolet Buick Cadillac GMC. You can also try their quick lube while your vehicle is being serviced. See for yourself all the great things they have there, located next to Lumberton High School. Just over 10 minutes left in half number 1 of play. Braves up 10-2 in shots. Still no score for either side. Haley Stewart pressuring Montenegro from the back. Another Brave down. Riley Searing sitting on the grass in the midfield. Autumn Esposito turning it back around towards Lauren Paulson. Lees-McRae will continue to put the pressure on. Gina Ryan running to the far side to scoop the ball. Did not see what happened to Riley Searing. She is grabbing near the left knee, it would appear, and things snowballing from bad to worse for Lars Anderson and his side. We'll see if the officials stop this and call in UNC Pembroke from their bench. They do. The athletic training staff coming out. They will check on the freshman Riley Searing. Searing came in for Shannon O'Neill, who was injured in the first 10 minutes of the match tonight. The 18 and 17 going to be put to a test tonight for Lars Anderson. Already, Stacy Scott was unavailable at the start. UNC Pembroke will be down 3 Braves. When UNC Pembroke athletes train and compete, Scotland Healthcare System will be part of the team as the official healthcare provider for UNC Pembroke Athletics, led by Ortho Carolina Scotland orthopedic physician Dr. Richard Alexander. Their specialists will cover every football and men's basketball game this year. From practice drills to kickoff and tip-off, Scotland's medical experts will oversee training staff operations. It's one more way Scotland Healthcare is keeping its commitment to be there for the region, delivering closer care that's better by far. So Riley Searing off the pitch for UNC Pembroke. Braves bring on Jillian Robson, a junior from Huntersville, North Carolina. Had her first shot of the season Saturday against Lenore Ryan on a ball that was free in the box. Katie Ryan sends it away from net. Alina Ankney trying to play it up forward for the sizable Riley Nees. Might cause trouble with headers. Haley Stewart pretty clearly a shove into the back of Kiara Montenegro. Another foul against the Braves. Set up a free kick for Lees-McRae. Lars Anderson directing traffic in the background for the Braves. The run in and the free kick into the box headed by UNC Pembroke. Katie Watkins sending it wide. Pretty good service try by Cassie McFadden to make that Alina Ankney. Montenegro cut off near the end line by Christine Rolfs. Keeps it off the end line for a throw. No corner kick coming at the under 10 portion of our first half. Lees-McRae trying to get it to the break, even with the Braves. Got a little better, starting to control a bit of possession on UNC Pembroke's half. Alexis Pittman has the counter opportunity. Wants to play it through for Jillian Robson, just caught the heel of Kalen Pitchler. That was enough to deflect the ball. And that gotten off the back heel of Pitchler. Robson might have had opportunity to run on. Along the far side, Cassie McFadden trying to help Lees-McRae control it. Another Christina Stevenson header in the midfield to win it back for the Braves. Pittman around one, top of the 18. Wants to play it through to Weisner. Ball still free, cleared off by Katie Lysat. Weisner was on the outside for Alexis Pittman. You wonder from distance if Pittman might have wanted to pull the trigger on a shot opportunity. Had some room in front of her. Tried to work it out to the senior. Instead, Watkins goes off of Autumn Esposito. Esposito says she deflected back off Watkins, and the assistant referee agrees. Goal kick coming for Lees-McRae and Alexis Feely. Lees-McRae maybe has another substitution brewing on their side. They've made one swap so far. Lars Anderson has been forced into two switches. He wanted a foul. His two 11s were locked up, Carly Rochelle and Tegan Dean. Throw on the side of UNC Pembroke. Under 7.5 remaining in the first half. Fouls currently sit at 4-1. Braves has committed the larger number of fouls. Robson on the end line. See if she worked it off the foot of the defender, and did. UNC Pembroke corner kick coming up. Looked like she caught Alina Ankney with the crossing try. Christina Stevenson to take her 5th corner kick of the match. Stevenson sets up, takes the deep breath. Ready to angle it in for the Braves. Does so too tight to net. Never got it out in front of frame and the keeper Feely. Substitution for Lees-McRae. Katie Jo Daniel entering for Cassie McFadden. So McFadden done for the half with a little over 6 minutes. 6 and change remaining in Pembroke for the first half of play. Braves no stranger to 1-goal matches. We're in a ton of them earlier stretch of the season. Had a 2-0 decision on Saturday against Lenore Ryan after drawing Flagler earlier in the week on Wednesday at 2-2. Pittman crushes Katie Lysat. Kept her feet a little better than Lysat did. Lysat trying to get this ball out of play. Now wants to save it. Paulson around Weisner. Rochelle up in a battle with Montenegro. Turns it back towards the touchline. Just lost it towards Lauren Paulson for the throw-in. About 5 minutes left in the half. Stevenson from the midfield with plenty of room. Quick touch left to Rochelle. Left foot outside. Robson in a race with Kalen Pitchler. Another throw for UNC Pembroke. The temperature at kickoff is around 60 degrees. It'll be in the 50s for the first time at LREMC Stadium tonight before it's all said and done. Katie Watkins, a left foot, just keeps it up towards the end line. Bounces it off of Feely. Feely now gobbles it up and scrambles on top. Katie Watkins creating a little threat for the Braves again in the box. Loose ball in the box has made it a little scary for Lees-McRae at times in the opening half. Bobcats have had to bend, but they have not broken. Lauren Paulson clearing it out. They've had 2 substitutions so far. Katie Jo Daniel, the sophomore forward, now running up at the point with Riley Neese. Paulson trying to see if she can get it to those forwards. Neese in a run with Haley Stewart back towards Jasmine Senecal Guzman. The seasoned senior defender for the Braves out of Montreal. Christine Rolfs. Towards the midfield, one bounce off Rochelle. Watkins holds it on for the Braves for a moment, right at Paulson. Montenegro. Light flick back at Esposito. Paulson goes square towards midfield. Settled by the right foot of Torres. Back through Pitchler and out wide to Ankney. Looks for Katie Jo Daniel. Nothing doing there. Braves throw. UNC Pembroke trying to earn one last shot before the half. Alexis Pittman tried the pretty play back to Carly Rochelle. Just evaded. The redshirt sophomore forward for the Braves. Crowd waiting to see if something will change before the intermission, or if these two sides will stay knotted with nothing to either side of the board. 10 shots so far for UNC Pembroke. They've had opportunities. Of the 10 shots, 2 on frame for the Braves, 2 shots, 1 on frame for Lees-McRae. A lot of block shots in the box by Lees-McRae, as well as a couple high for UNC Pembroke. Stevenson has been dominating the kicks from Feely in the midfield. Again, earns the Braves a possession. Christine Wolfs with Montenegro threatening from behind. Lost it forward to Adam Esposito. Tapped by the right foot of Ryan. Through to Pittman. Turns around, looking to her left side as she had back to the net. Kicked up quickly by Ankney. Catches the foot of Paulson. We'll also have to come to the near side to throw in. Gina Ryan has had the quiet night. We haven't seen much of her pink uniform to the left side of your screen. The Braves still threatening in the offensive third. Through the wickets of Paulson goes Weisner. Hits the turf, the two in a tight battle. Montenegro around Rolfs. Room for Montenegro to run. Turns on the Jets. Played it too far out in front. Haley Stewart was able to knock it back to the midfield. Watkins quickly to Weisner. Now the Braves the opportunity to counter. Lysat around Pittman. Rolfs hits the deck. Montenegro fought through one. Senecal Guzman not willing to just kick it out of play. Hit it off of Reese for a second. Reese deflected it back off Senecal Guzman. 1 minute left in the half. Lees-McRae all of a sudden in the attacking third. Offsides. The combination of Riley Neese and Katie Jo Daniel down near the UNC Pembroke box. So just as quickly as the threat mounted for the Bobcats, a chance for the Braves to flip the field one last time before the break. Katie Ryan had the attempt to step up into it. It went past both Ryan and Katie Jo Daniel. Rochelle hit hard by Esposito. Katie Jo Daniel keeps it up off of Rochelle for a Lees-McRae throw. Under 10 seconds in the half, the clock will tick away. And that does it for our opening stanza in Pembroke. UNC Pembroke puts plenty of shots up on the board, peppers it with 10, but no goals for the Braves at the start. Gina Ryan didn't face too much in her net, and that's where we sit at the half with a scoreless match brewing in Pembroke. We'll see which of these two sides can turn the momentum in their direction. We'll take a timeout and come back with the halftime show right after this here on the UNCP Sports Network.
I guess sometimes things just happen. Devastating things. your whole world changes in an instant. That's what happened to me the day my mother had a stroke.
I'm Paul George, and I want you to spot a stroke fast.
F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911.
Protect the ones you love.
Spot a stroke fast.
I knew that there was an opportunity to have my college paid for if I was good enough to play baseball at that level. That was going to make a big difference in my family. D2 baseball gave me an opportunity to play at a high level and to get an education that's going to be valuable for me throughout the rest of my life. I chose to take my experience of being a student athlete and pursue that within my career and to get a master's degree. If I wouldn't have had a baseball scholarship, there'd be no chance that I'm doing what I'm doing today.
When it comes to saving money,
What?
don't act like a baby.
Oh, it's like they're having their own little meeting.
This is so humiliating.
Be the boss
I'm the boss.
What the?
Power nap.
You were saying,
and make a budget.
let's get to work.
Need a little help?
Stacy, read back the notes.
I can't read. What's it say?
Create a personalized savings plan and get other tools and tips
We can share.
You obviously didn't go to business school.
at feedthepig.org.
Mr. Big Shot, buying whiskey shots for everybody in the bar. From the looks of it, I'd say nobody even remembers.
The American dream to me as an immigrant means having the opportunities that my parents didn't have. Being the first one in my family to graduate, it meant everything my parents sacrificed for me to get to this point. It was paying off.
Estoy muy orgulloso de Michael por haberse graduado de colegio.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not had a scholarship. It would just relieved a lot of the financial burden.
What you've gained as a student will be just as important to you as what you did as a player. As long as you know that you made the effort to do the best of which you're capable, there's no failure. Success on 3.
There are over 400,000 NCAA student athletes. And just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
Checking your fantasy league?
Nah, just my 401k statement.
Nice. Where'd you find the money for that?
I just been saving a little every month.
I can't seem to save anything.
Well, what about all this? What about the money you're spending?
What money? It's gone before I can get my hands on it.
I got a pizza for a Todd.
Hey, can somebody spot me?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
It's 547.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
We often get the question, where does the money go? More than 90% of NCAA revenue supports 89 championships and more than 1,100 member schools that give $2.7 billion in scholarships each year. Look around you. There are more than 450,000 student athletes competing every year, succeeding on the field, in the classroom, and in life. Bottom line, we put our money where our mission is.
At the half in Pembroke, no score, Lees-McRae and UNC Pembroke. The Braves and the Bobcats scoreless on the ribbon cutting of LREMC Stadium. Columbia River Electric Membership Corporation belongs to the members it serves. That means their members have a say in how their co-op is run. And with members in charge, you can feel confident that the decisions made are in your best interest and the best interest of your community. Doesn't that sound good? Members know they can trust LREMC because it was created not to make profits, but to deliver on this promise, providing safe, reliable, and affordable electricity. 4 values, the foundation of LREMC service to its members: innovation, commitment to community, accountability, and integrity. These values represent the cooperative difference and how their co-op earns the trust of members every day. Trevor Williams with you at the half, along with our great UNCP Sports Network team. The Braves, as we said, scoreless with Lees-McRae. UNC Pembroke has had a bulk of the opportunity. 10-2 their lead in shots. 2 shots on goal for the Braves, just 1 for Lees-McRae. 2 saves on the Bobcats side for their keeper, Alexis Feely, and 1 save for two-time now PBC goalkeeper of the week, Gina Ryan. 4-1 the foul totals. UNC Pembroke has committed 3 more. They've had 3 more corner kicks as well, for a total of 5 corners, and both sides have been offsides once in the match. Take another timeout at the half here on the UNCP Sports Network. When we come back, we'll give you the individual shot totals and set you up for half number 2, Braves and Bobcats, and it's scoreless on the UNCP Sports Network.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? Well, now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
I'm doing a downward dog and he's underneath.
He's my best friend, but a lot of people know him as Keyboard Cat.
I love Toast because she's a lazy diva. Toast does whatever she wants, obviously.
Celebrate the soggy shoes and the slow starts. Celebrate the lessons learned along the way. These are the wins. Not the shiny, nail-biting kind. These are the last a lifetime kind.
can make retirement happen. After all, you made this vacation happen.
Double points with every purchase?
Cleverly merging promotions.
I love it.
Cross-referencing travel sites. And booking all your flights with those...
Vouchers. I got us bumped.
They were like, oh. But now they're like... Aloha. You aced this vacation. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Brave Nation is about to commence. Rewards, event times, and the Brave Nation student section, it all lives here. Download hashtag Brave Nation for free, fill out your full user profile, check in from your Brave Nation section seat, and start redeeming swag. Turn on your notifications so you don't miss out on important Brave Nation information. Download the app, fill out your profile, be loud in the Brave Nation student section, and get rewarded.
At the half in Pembroke, no score between Lees-McRae, the Bobcats, and the UNC Pembroke Braves. Trevor Williams with you, along with our great UNCP Sports Network crew, in what has been a scoreless match so far. Remind you that Adidas is the official apparel sponsor for all 16 of UNC Pembroke's varsity athletic teams. Adidas provides some of the most innovative products in the shoe and apparel industry and is one of the most recognizable brands worldwide. We thank Adidas for all of its support in offering UNC Pembroke the best for its student athletes. At the half, we mentioned we talked about some of the individual shot totals. Kate Weisner has been creating the most chaos amongst UNC Pembroke strikers with 4 shots. Has not landed any of those 4 on frame. A big part of that is the back line for Lees-McRae, which has blocked a few of those offerings. It's in 2 shots each for Katie Watkins and Alexis Pittman. One of Katie Watkins' shots was on frame. Watkins, remember, had the only goal a year ago at Lees-McRae, the only other meeting between these two sides in their program's histories. And then one more shot for each of Carly Rochelle and Riley Searing. By the looks of it, Riley Searing's night would be done. Both she and Shannon O'Neill left in the first half with apparent injuries for the Braves, who are already down their leading goal scorer, Stacey Scott, tonight. On the other side for Lees-McRae, the 2 shots, easy to tally. Only one of the 2 was on goal. That was for Riley Neese, and then the other was for Tegan Dean. We'll take a final timeout on the halftime show. We'll come back with the second half of action. The Braves and the Bobcats, one of these sides looking to take the lead early in the second half right after this here on the UNCP Sports Network.
I guess sometimes things just happen. Devastating things. Your whole world changes in an instant. That's what happened to me the day my mother had a stroke. I'm Paul George, and I want you to spot a stroke fast. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. Protect the ones you love. Spot a stroke fast.
I knew that there was an opportunity to have my college paid for if I was good enough to play baseball at that level. That was going to make a big difference in my family. D2 baseball gave me an opportunity to play at a high level and to get an education that's going to be valuable for me throughout the rest of my life. I chose to take my experience of being a student athlete and pursue that within my career and to get a master's degree. If I wouldn't have had a baseball scholarship, there'd be no chance that I'm doing what I'm doing today.
In Pembroke, getting ready for our second half of action. No score, Lees-McRae, the Bobcats up against the UNC Pembroke Braves here on the UNCP Sports Network. See what's left of the Braves bench in the background as Lees-McRae now takes the field. Face off with the Braves in half number 2. And UNC Pembroke now riddled by injuries. Trevor Williams and our great UNCP Sports Network crew with you. The Braves down 3 players after 2 more injuries in the first half of this match. That came after the news that they would not have Stacey Scott at the start of tonight's contest. It's 2 midfielders in Shannon O'Neill and Riley Searing, who are gone for the Braves, along with Scott now, and Carly Rochelle, Christina Stevenson start with the ball around midfield. UNC Pembroke right away into possession. Loft it towards the far side corner. Kiara Montenegro had the first touch for Lees-McRae. Goes out back with Senecal Guzman. Robson came in for Riley Searing in the injury near the end of the first half. Flipped it upfield. Through ball. Has a chance to find Pittman on the backside. Just covered up by Lauren Paulson. So neither of these two teams able to net a goal in the opening half of play. Haley Stewart. One touch off of Reese. Got it right on back. Rolfs on the far side touchline. Playing for the midfield stripe. Christina Stevenson has really won her battle in the midfield. Tegan Dean's been in that area for Lees-McRae. Stevenson has seemingly gotten to just about every ball that's ended up free in the midfield today for UNC Pembroke. Katie Ryan, upfield. Now Carly Rochelle from distance with the right foot, angled wide. Like to count as a shot for the Braves, but not anywhere on target for Rochelle from distance. Opening couple minutes, the second half of play. On the field for Lees-McRae, the keeper Alexis Feely, then Nikki Torres, Autumn Esposito, Lauren Paulson, Tegan Dean, Kaylin Pitchler, Alina Ankney, Katie Lysat, Casey McFadden, Kiara Montenegro, and Riley Neese. For UNC Pembroke, Gina Ryan and net, then Katie Watkins, Alexis Pittman, Kate Weisner, Carly Rochelle, Christine Rolfs, Jasmine Senecal Guzman, Katie Ryan, Jillian Robson, Haley Stewart, and Christina Stevenson. The 2-11s into the second half. Weisner. And it bounced for a moment. Nice step back with the right foot and right into Paulson. Knocked it away for Lees-McRae. Esposito up through the middle of the pitch towards Dean. Dean, room to counter it. Has a couple options. Tries Montenegro off to the left side. Rochelle with a header off the back line. Nikki Torres holding it outside with Kiara Montenegro. Tries to thread Reese. Nice pass to Montenegro. Top of the 18. Jasmine Senecal Guzman, the step up and the takeaway. It stays at Senecal Guzman's feet. Towards the near sideline. Big ball up. Weisner unable to get the toe tap to. Rolls free in the box. Alexis Feely off her line to come get it. A cold evening for soccer in Pembroke. The way this season had gone, it didn't feel like we were ever going to say that. First match that's gone into the 50s temperature-wise. So jackets and hats out all around. The Falcons, UNC Pembroke keeps it going in the Lees-McRae direction. Green kits for the Bobcats. UNC Pembroke, white tops, black shorts on their kits. At the feet of Alina Ankney. It's deflected back through Robson. Braves play the midfield with Watkins. Wide out to Pittman, the freshman. Lars Anderson wants it directed forward. Pittman sees a little room, splits a couple defenders. Gets shouldered up by one, tosses it through to Weisner. At the feet, bounces it left side. Defense still trying to get it out, pinballing around. Defenders do finally bounce it a bit. Stevenson rush to it. Chance for a cross for Christina Stevenson. Does get it far side post. Carly Rochelle rushing to get there. Not quite in time for the Braves. Right idea. And how about Christina Stevenson? The effort just to get it to the far side post for Carly Rochelle. Looked like Rochelle noticed the opportunity just a little too late for the Braves. Question brewing for UNC Pembroke. Will they find a goal scorer in the second half? After having 3 of their 4 goals this week scored by Stacey Scott. With no Stacey Scott tonight, that's what the Braves are looking for, is a new answer. Pittman trying to find the backside, but Feely out to get it, and a nice job by Lauren Paulson to stay step for step with Alexis Pittman. First 5 minutes of the half almost gone. Braves have started to try to create some opportunities. UNC Pembroke working on a 6-match unbeaten streak. Throw headed back the Braves' direction. Throw past Wisner, held on to. The foul signal will stay in UNC Pembroke's direction. So they'll get to work from inside to even with the 18 from well outside. Assistant referee along the side helping Katie Ryan place the ball at its spot. Very wide of the 18 has all her friends setting up on our near side post. Stays up high, headed by Stevenson. One bounce to Feely and Kotz. You can see those bleachers shaking the shot on your camera. That black and gold Army getting it going. Stomping and singing in the second half, trying to will the Braves towards a goal. The try by Pittman right into Feely. Good environment for soccer at LREMC Stadium. And that supporter section that has grown for Lars Anderson and his UNC Pembroke Braves. International students to UNC Pembroke. I believe a good portion members of one of Lars Anderson's couple soccer classes as well. Wisner with the cross. Pittman might have had a chance to get on it if she did alter it right into Alexis Feely. Another good try for the Braves, crossing opportunity. Up to 12 shots for UNC Pembroke. Christine Rolfs heads it forward towards Watkins. Pittman turning the ball on towards Wisner. Whistle blows. Pittman was held on to. Braves will move it back. Free kick coming. The fouls in the first half were at 4-1. They're now 5-3. Katie Ryan from a ways out in front of her own bench area. Low liner in it, Stevenson. Hits her feet for a moment. Cleared off by Tegan Dean. Jasmine Senecal Guzman carries, attacking third, right foot into the box. Ball is free. Carly Rochelle getting to it with the left foot, keeps it down to Robson. Towed it for a moment towards Feely. Robson, a big kick, and Feely right there. Robson might get a talking to from the head referee. Was right on top of a bang-bang play with Alexis Feely. Feely ended up covering up all right. First 8 minutes of the second half are gone. A look downfield for Alina Ankney, headed by Senecal Guzman on the back line. Stevenson, the mark, and eventually a foul. Ending up on top of Tegan Dean. But the slide by Katie Ryan getting in the way of the passing lane, intended for Riley Neese. Throw for Lees-McRae. Ryan trying to effect it one more time. Locked up on the side with Cassie McFadden. Eventually the Braves poke it free. Ankney again to McFadden. Marked by Katie Ryan. Tosses one to the turf. Nearly had the takeaway. Out by Lees-McRae. Braves turn it back on the throw. Nice defensive play for Katie Ryan, but a quick deflection on the throw-in. As it headed back to Reese. Jasmine Senecal Guzman stepped up to get to it. Right-footed shot maybe coming from Esposito. Tries to dart between a couple. Held onto it for too long. Was locked up with Ryan. Had a left hand to the Braves defender. Ryan keeps her feet. No whistles coming from either side. Some more contact between Esposito and Ryan. Still no whistles. Pittman trying to get into a square pass. Around the wide side it goes. Montenegro and Rolfs locked up. Things getting physical. Rolfs clears it back down towards her own bench area. Almost the first 10 minutes of the first half completed. UNC Pembroke won the meeting last year against Lees-McRae, 1-0 all time. Just the second time the two sides have come together to play first in Pembroke. Lees-McRae not having a bad debut at what is now officially the newly christened LREMC Stadium. Montenegro settles it off the right hip. Tried to play it back outside to Tegan Dean, but into her own bench instead. Braves searching for an answer on a 12-2 shot advantage. Ball staying in, far side. Race to the corner flag. Won by the Braves, crossed in. Wisner looking for Robson. Right idea for the Braves. Just no contact on the back end. Alexis Pittman, right foot, looking for the box. Wanted Wisner once again. Spinning around, changing directions, Esposito. Carries it forward. At the feet, left side, wanted Montenegro. Haley Stewart, the header for the Braves. Defensive backline, Ben Stout for UNC Pembroke. Only the 2 shots on Gina Ryan so far. Ball still free in the middle of the pitch. Stevenson. Up to Robson. Robson able to get touched in the back end. Comes back free to Rochelle. Outside, Pittman has speed, remember. Racing Paulson towards the end line. Pittman, a little too heavy. Right over the byline it goes. Goal kick for Lees-McRae. We're in the midst of another clean sheet for Gina Ryan so far, mentioning just the 2 shots against her. She's had 23 opportunities to earn a shutout in her UNCP career, and that means a match that she's played start to finish. Has done so in 12 of those matches at 23 tries. Her goalkeeper of the week this week, her 3rd of her career, 2nd consecutive week. Ball free in the box. Wisner with the left foot around traffic. Stays free towards the end line. Rochelle keeps it in low, scooped up by Feely. Again, the Braves threatening with that ball in the box, but unable to find the back of the net. Off the goal kick. The header was sent straight up by Cassie McFadden. Robson has a big run to try to get to it in the corner. Turning on the Jets, trying to hold it in, did not. As we see the keeper Feely for Lees-McRae get to the ball. That was an amazing statistic talking about Gina Ryan's opportunities. 23 career tries, complete matches to get a shutout. To do so in 12 as just a sophomore, you bet Gina Ryan's going to be at the top of the record books when her time in Pembroke is done. Kate Wisner, middle of the park, towards Pittman. And held onto by Lauren Paulson. Whistle comes, and it's against UNC Pembroke. I believe they had a flag up on the far side for offsides. Lars Anderson squatting down in front of his own bench. Very close. Alexis Pittman along that side with Lauren Paulson. We'll flip it back upfield. Lees-McRae dancing it out with Tegan Dean. To the corner, Reese running towards it. Jasmine Senecal Guzman turn it back towards midfield and keep it in play all the while. Braves backline has been so successful at that as well, not having to clear any of the balls out of the side, and it prevents those throw-ins and the eventual possession in the attacking third for Lees-McRae. Really, the Bobcats have not had a lot of sustained possession in the match tonight. This is one of those matches where Lars Anderson would tell you his side is making a meal of it. Plenty of shots, but no goals. Wisner dances through 3 defenders with a right foot. Shot blocked. Sliding in, Kaylin Plitcher. Another block, and this time by Tegan Dean. There goes your opening third of the second half. 13-2, the official shot advantage now for the Braves. Pittman on the cross, had it headed off by Lysat towards midfield. Katie Ryan saw it, carried it up, holds it in. The burst of speed, Ryan towards the 18. Coming off her first career point earlier this week on a Wednesday against number 5 Flagler. Wants the end line, tries to touch it off of a Bobcat and held in along the end line. A nifty footwork by Alina Ankney. Stevenson, her turn to try to earn the end line. Keeps it in the Braves' direction with the throw-in. That's the first 15 minutes of the second half. Throwing light and low with Robson. Braves knock it off of Lees-McRae, and again, held off the end line by Alina Ankney. Lees-McRae doing a heck of a job to not allow the corner kick. These last couple plays down into that corner by Pembroke. Christina Stevenson run into by Reese. Here comes the whistle. Foul against Riley Neese. Give Katie Ryan the chance to reset it. Ryan's ready. Sends it right in. Glances over the top of the head of Katie Lysat. Means a corner for UNC Pembroke. Christina Stevenson off to try to get to the first corner kick of the second half. Braves their 6th of the night. The setup is Robson, Weisner, and Senecal Guzman, far side post. Lurking as the tallest attackers in that area for the Braves. Stevenson's favorite target, Stacey Scott, is on the Braves bench, and Stevenson not able to get it out in front of net for UNC Pembroke. So again, the opportunities have been there for the Braves. Last couple corner kick tries for Stevenson, despite all of her great midfield play, have not been on target in terms of starting a set piece try for UNC Pembroke. Rochelle trying to settle with the left leg. Up pitch. Guzman having to fight off Neese. Turns it back inside. Heady play by the senior. Now the freshman on the other side trying to turn it for UNC Pembroke. Into a counter for the Braves. Robson nearly had a chance to be on the back end. It's Weisner with the cross. Far side, nobody home. Rochelle scrambling to it with left foot. Keeps it into the box. Watkins, a left-footed one-timer. Wide to the near side. Watkins had the goal a year ago in Banner Elk. Was the second match for the Braves in a streak of 9 consecutive matches without a defeat for UNC Pembroke when Watkins scored at Lees-McRae a year ago. Braves right now 6 consecutive matches without a loss. Whistle in the midfield. Carly Rochelle was pushed to the turf. Right away, the official stopping the clock and allowing for the athletic training staff to come out. And the official signaling that it was an apparent maybe head injury, so it's required that they come out and take a look at it. He signaled to the athletic trainers on both sides as well, did our head official tonight. They should come out onto this pitch. That is Dustin Thorne, the referee, Caleb Fearing, and Joe Worley, the assistant referees, as we mentioned earlier on in the broadcast. Carly Rochelle running towards the Braves bench area. UNC Pembroke will have her run over to that side. Lees-McRae takes their number 11 to the side as well. Both players will wait to re-enter the pitch once the official gives them the good to go. For the moment, it takes one player out of the attack on either side. The free kick from Katie Ryan. Headed back and bumped towards the wide side of the net. Corner kick for the Braves. Both of those 11s back on for UNC Pembroke and Lees-McRae. 18 minutes into the second half. Braves will make a change on the corner kick. Christina Stevenson not to take this offering for UNCP. Instead, Christine Rolfs, the junior from Concord. No assists yet this year for Rolfs. Stevenson tries to get in on the back end of the corner instead. Katie Ryan from a ways out, off the deflection, gets it back into the box. A one-hopper at Feely and reeled in. The junior standing tall in front of net for Lees-McRae. The 6 shutouts that Feely had a year ago were second most in the Conference Carolinas. Both Feely and Gina Ryan keeping their clean sheets right now. Down the near side touch, Jasmine Senecal Guzman watching to it. Sees Katie Ryan along the touchline. Room to work with the sophomore, Robson. Unable to get to the pass. Disconnected, Watkins has it headed past her right shoulder. Scrambling to it, Torres. Backing it up in the midfield, still looking for room. Finds a target in the middle, Dean. Upfield it goes. Jasmine Senecal Guzman fighting off Riley Neese. Has done a good job marking the sophomore. Ball still free. Rochelle rushing to it. A hard play by Torres was the last one to knock it out of play. Rochelle sandwiched by a couple defenders. Able to find the feet of Wisner. Wisner tripped up. There's the foul. Under Wisner was Kaylin Pitchler, a Brantford, Ontario, Canada native. One of a couple Canadians on the Lees-McRae side, along with Kelsey Twigg, a senior midfielder who we have not seen tonight. Katie Ryan, the high ball, headed by Stevenson. Out the end line for a goal kick. No, corner kick now. Head referee came in and said it did glance Lees-McRae. Looked like the assistant referee far side was ready to put that flag out towards the net. Substitutions for both sides. Jillian Robson heading off for the Braves. And back in, a great sign for UNC Pembroke, Riley Searing. Searing was injured in the first half. Has come back all right to play. Lees-McRae making a swap as well, bringing in Leanne McAlexander. Ball into box, it's still loose. McAlexander took the spot of Cassie McFadden. 21 minutes have passed in the second half. Still both sides fighting for their first goal. Paulson on the far side kicks it away from Searing, knocking the ball out of play. Short of the Braves bench. Alexis Pittman at the end line. Wants to turn across. Instead gets the corner for the Braves. Last deflected off the foot of Katie Lysette. Yeah, another opportunity for UNC Pembroke. Corner number 8. Third corner of the second half. Again, Christine Rolfs. Set piece for the Braves. Comes in short side. Headed by Senecal Guzman. Still loose. Searing with a right foot. Just wide. And the official has blown the whistle on another corner for the Braves. High fives all around from Jasmine Senecal Guzman to Christina Stevenson and Riley Searing. Happy to earn another try. Searing just able to get it off of a Bobcat. Rolfs, this time with a little more on it. It's up and caught, towering above all the Braves attackers, Alexis Feely. Good hands by the junior to take it out of the sky. Another couple corner kicks for the Braves. Do not go their direction. So corner kicks 8 and 9 for UNC Pembroke. 4.5 so far. None for Lees-McRae. Alexis Pittman bounces it off of a defender. At the top of the box, tripped up, whistle, and Pittman whistle. Lars Anderson can't believe it on the far side. Pittman was coming in behind the Bobcat defender. Right at the top of the 18. Braves have had 2 penalty kicks all year. Haley Stewart netted the goal at home. Ball on the far side touchline, eventually controlled by Riley Neese. Through a couple defenders it goes. Opportunity for Lees-McRae. Outside to Neese from Esposito. At the end line, looks to get around Stewart. Keeps it in play. It's soft. Haley Stewart able to cut back to it. Go upfield towards Searing. Paulson and Searing towards the touchline. Paulson hits the deck. Searing stays up. UNC Pembroke to throw. 16-2, the shot advantage for the Braves. Cannot get a break in terms of a goal. As that doubt starts to build up in the minds, a little tougher for the Pembroke offense. Rochelle on the cross, backside, Feely. Very tight with Kate Weisner, and Feely came out and got the catch right in front of Weisner. A superb night by the junior goalkeeper. Katie Ryan had a foot on it for a moment. Seneca Guzman ready to play the bounce. Quick step in. Nicely done by the senior. Continues to control it forward. Pittman pushed. Katie Lysat that time got a hand in. 7th foul by Lees-McRae. 8 fouls against UNC Pembroke. It continues to go back and forth. Getting more and more physical as the match goes on. Both these sides vying for a go-ahead on the 0-0 score. Maybe our first goal tonight could end up being a game winner for either side. Katie Ryan on the free kick, up towards box, headed high. Corner kick for the Braves. They will stick with Christine Rolfs. She'll have had each of the last 3 corners after she takes the next try for UNC Pembroke. This will be Rolf's first from the near side corner flag. Under 20 minutes left in regulation. 16 shots for Pembroke. Rolf's no assists yet on the year. Would like to start it now on the set piece. The junior from Concord sets it. Sends it in. Past Feely, far side post. Stevenson wanted to get a header to it. Was the last to contact it. And a goal kick. It's along with another substitution for Lees-McRae. It appears that it is Maddie Olson, freshman midfielder from Evans, Georgia, for Autumn Esposito. A line header tapped along the far side. Rolfs kicks it back forward. Lees-McRae. Mounted through their backs. Again, Katie Ryan trying to step a pass. It gets through to Montenegro. Kiara Montenegro up to Riley Neese. A left-footed step around. Ball still loose. Jasmine Senecal Guzman chops it back out of the box. Haley Stewart was in danger of being beaten by Riley Neese. Kiara Montenegro with the soft throwing. Lands it right out in front of Nikki Torres. Torres down. Weisner takes it away. Picks the pocket. Weisner spinning it outside. Searing in a race. Look at the wheels for Searing with a cross. Pittman trying to get to it just out in front of Pittman. What a run by Riley Searing to earn the cross opportunity for UNC Pembroke. If Pittman had one more step, could have been something in front of net. Rolfs thought about trying to jump the pass, step back instead. A little too far in Haley Stewart. Along the top of the 18. Pins it back at midfield. Riley Searing, who just had the big run, up towards Alexis Pittman. Pittman was onside. Into the corner. Off of Pittman. Katie Lysat works it for the throw-in. Another substitution for Lees-McRae. They will give Kiara Montenegro, one of their leading goal scorers, a breather. Riley Neese is the other with 4 goals on the season. You talking about a quick burst of a timeout. Autumn Esposito right on back. She was just taken out a couple minutes ago for Maddie Olson. She got her directions from Kiko Magana, and right back into the match she goes. The ball just past Alexis Pittman. Pittman was asking for a call. Thought she was held on to. Out of the box, Alexis Feely puts it up in the sky. Bounces over Watkins. Headed up by Neese. Rolfs hits it high. Searing watch into the far side and a throw for Lees-McRae. Nearly 2/3 of the way through the half. Lees-McRae continuing to stand tall. On the far side, Rolfs running up against Leanne McAlexander. Knocked it out of play. Leanne throws it back in to Nikki Torres. Make that Autumn Esposito out of the corner of the 18. Been a while since we've called Gina Ryan's name. Scoops that bouncing shot without any trouble. Slings it out to her twin sister, Katie. Here are the Braves on the counter. Ryan directing traffic up towards Pittman. Pass just a little bit behind the forward. Lands back at the feet of Ryan. Trying for Wisner. Wisner holds it in play. Turns it back towards midfield. Stevenson desperately trying to hold it with the header. Haley Stewart pops it up. Rolfs continues to volley it ahead. Stevenson fighting through a couple defenders, not phased by it. Sees Searing up at the corner of the 18. Freshman, one quick touch, not the freshman, rather. One quick touch. And then back towards Lees-McRae goes. Another substitution. Bobcats going with another quick sub, and they will swap leading goal scorers. Kiara Montenegro for Riley Neese. Montenegro, another one of those quick couple-minute swaps for Kiko Magana on his side. A 2010 graduate of Lees-McRae, Kiko. 2 years, he was previously a coach at Bellevue, and then he played in 2005 to 2008 with the men's team in the Bobcats. Had a great run at one point into the Elite Eight in 2007 when Lees-McRae went 21-2-1. Corner kick earned by the Braves. Christine Rolfs to take the opportunity. 12th corner of the match for UNC Pembroke. The corner advantage mounting by 10 for the Braves and leading in shots by 14 at 17-3. The scoreboard still all even. On a restless night, Rolfs sends it high. Stevenson can't connect on a header. Ball in the box. Shot out by Lysette. Kate Wisner. Along the side, has it off the foot of Alina Ankney. Stevenson in the midfield. Taps it up around Maddie Olson. Reverses direction. Olson can't mark in front of Stevens. Cleared out from near the top of the 18 by Lauren Paulson. Now Katie Ryan, the aggressive run, nearly held it in. What effort by Ryan. Jasmine Senecal Guzman. Up the pitch, a left foot from Katie Watkins. Half volleyed through the midfield. Kiara Montenegro wanted to bust it into the center for Autumn Esposito. Ball was knocked free, continues to bounce around in the midfield. Carly Rochelle around that midfield area as Nikki Torres knock it to the near side. Out the touchline it goes. Braves trying to mount something offensively. Wisner could not work it off of Alina Ankney. So we reset with Lees-McRae. 13 minutes. We said to reset that clock back a minute for you. It was ticking a little ahead on your screen at home. So you see us back in the 78th. Matches up with what we have here. Alexis Pittman. A whistle comes. Pittman was called for settling that, using the arm a bit to do so. Free kick for Lees-McRae. Another header for Christina Stevenson. Back end of those goal kicks and free kicks, Stevenson has done the bulk of her work. From distance toward the box. Stopped down by the right foot of Esposito. Backing down Stewart. Trying to see if she could draw a foul. Did not. Crosses in. Jasmine Senecal Guzman, the volley away from goal. Rochelle steadies. Pittman trying to get to it. Nearly kept it up. Does for a moment. Ball still free. Rolls back into the midfield. And Lysette knocks it down towards the box. Haley Stewart near the top of the 18. Knocks it wide. Coming towards maybe the final 10 minutes, and subs not the luxury that Lars Anderson has to work with. However, Lees-McRae continues to make swaps. Riley Neese back onto the pitch. Taking Dean off. They continue to go with just small incremental subs on the Lees-McRae side. Couple minutes here, couple minutes there. Trying to earn just a little bit of extra life in those legs for the final 10 minutes and change. Be the regulation. If we stay where we're at, we could be headed to overtime. Lees-McRae this year in overtime games. 1-0 and 2. They've gone to double overtime twice, one in single overtime once against Belmont Abbey. UNC Pembroke just played 110 against Flagler. Flag up and the foul. Alexis Pittman was caught down to the grass by Katie Lysat. Foul number 8 against Lees-McRae. Free kick for the Braves. Comes direct for UNC Pembroke. They'll march off the wall. Katie Ryan with the ball back around the corner of the 18. Is set up, sends it in high, goes right at the keeper, and Alexis Feely challenged with it, but able to make the catch. Landed right into the hands of the junior keeper. Made a ton of saves. 5 saves in the match tonight for Alexis Feely. That last opportunity, not a shot. Counter on for Lees-McRae. Crowd trying to will the Braves to some energy and some life in the final 10 minutes of regulation. Still 0-0 our score. Ball out of play off of Searing. Elena Ankney with the throw-in, has 1 goal, 1 assist this year. Told you about 4 goals each for Kiara Montenegro and Riley Neese. Carly Rochelle in the midfield. What a battle here. A little handsy between Rochelle and Torres, but Torres knocks it back and around. Rochelle's turn to play far side touchline, nearly knocked it right into the scorers at midfield. 9 minutes even left in regulation. A ball placed up high by Rolfs. Now downfield to Rochelle. Through to Pittman. Pittman is on sides. Has a pretty move over the keeper with a left foot. Pittman trying to settle it and cannot finish. On a night when the Braves have had so many opportunities but no finish, Alexis Pittman got tied up at the feet. Had the final step over the top of Alexis Feely. Clock being stopped. Feely a chance to recollect herself next to net. Alexis Pittman couldn't believe it. Sat down after she got crossed at the feet. That takes a lot of life out of that opportunity for the Braves. Pittman tried to work it into the near side post. You could tell once that net was wide open, one stutter for the freshman who had 5 goals on the year coming in. It was enough to cost her the goal scoring opportunity. Braves right back to work with a cross. In the net, Pittman puts down a header just wide. Opportunity created by Kate Weisner. Braves keep chipping away at 18 total shots. Pittman has had the last 2 great opportunities for UNC Pembroke. So nary a goal to show for it. Feely losing a little life in that goal kick, working into the wind in the second half. Upfield, Jasmine Senecal Guzman able to step off Montenegro. Senecal Guzman hits the deck, went side to side with Kiara Montenegro. The high ball settled by Christina Stevens. She was locked up at the feet of Leanne McAlexander. Haley Stewart reverses it far side. Pittman still got a lot in those legs the way she's been running. Flag up on the far side, and the foul whistled against Lees-McRae. You're going to say that Lauren Paulson was holding off Alexis Pittman. So the official to set it on the far side, Katie Ryan. Lars Anderson pacing in front of his bench. The Braves with 7 minutes of time or so still left to go. Kick bounces high in the box. Searing trying to hit off the back of her head towards frame. Stepping up, Senecal Guzman with a right foot from distance too wide. Under 7. 19-3 in shots now for the Braves. 5 shots from Kate Weissner, 4 from Alexis Pittman, only 1 of those 9 on goal, and in total 5 of 19 on frame for the Braves tonight. With that ball rolling in the midfield, Riley Neese shielded with the left hand. Passes it way down towards the 18. Christine Rolfs trying to turn it outside, able to cut to it. Autumn Esposito. Rolfs and Esposito nearly tied. Rolfs trying to mark it. Step for step towards the end line. Fights Esposito. Back up top. A shot from distance deflected by Christina Stevenson off the foot of Nikki Torres. Again, it continues to go further back. Alexis Pittman wanting to pick the defense. All the way behind the keeper, Alexis Feely. Lees-McRae, a chance to reset things. Christine Rolfs in front of the pass. Down towards Pittman. Stops the ball. Turns it around, has it at her feet. Up with Rochelle. Rochelle tries to flick it back. Flag up. Goes against Lees-McRae. They fouled the Braves, trying to carry on forward. Approaching 5 minutes remaining in regulation. Clock on screen just a tad ahead of what we have at the pitch. About 10 seconds or so. Kick in by Katie Ryan. Headed out of the box by Lees-McRae. Nikki Torres. A touch to the left foot outside. Works with Autumn Esposito. Christine Rolfs knocks it off Esposito. Esposito goes curling over the ball. Now is out of the play. Rolfs a lot of room to carry. Finds Rochelle. Rochelle enters the box area. Looking for a cross. Knocks it off of a Bobcat instead for a corner. Into the corner flag it goes for Christine Rolfs. It's taken over the corner kick duties from Christina Stevenson in this second half. Will the Braves have a 20th shot off a corner kick number 13 for the night? So the send in by Rolfs. Lots of Braves up for it. Rochelle with a right foot. Turns it through traffic, but right to Alexis Feely. Approaching that time of the match where you wonder if this is headed for overtime. A match that UNC Pembroke needs a winning result in against a side that is 3-8-2, while the Braves 8-3-1 on the year. But without top goal scorer Stacy Scott tonight, been plenty of opportunities for the Braves, but they haven't found the goal scoring identity yet. Tegan Dean checks back in. You see her running on now. Leanne McAllister take the green penny for her. Head back to the bench area. Lees-McRae looking to mount 1 or 2 more late attacks in regulation. See if they can't slip out of Pembroke with a win before the regulation time expires. We've only had the 4 shots on Gina Ryan, 2 in each half. But still with the score even, 1 strike away from the upset bid. Alexis Pittman at the end line with a right foot, crosses in, held off, deflected by Nikki Torres. Stays inside of the corner on the touchline for a throw. Nightfall in Pembroke. Braves had 2 injuries tonight after the Stacy Scott injury. The good news is one of those injured players, Riley Searing, already back for UNC Pembroke. Re-entered halfway through the second half of play. Alexis Pittman keeps down the turf. Kate Weisner trying to turn around, finds a little room. Weisner wanted to get a right foot to it, was tripped up. It's going to the corner for a corner kick. Weisner still rolling on the grass. Clock will stop. Officials coming in to check it out. Weisner still down in pain and allowing the athletic trainers out to Kate Weisner now. Weisner turned around. Looked like she was going to have a good opportunity with a right foot to settle something towards net. Sent it off a Bobcat for a corner kick. Lars Anderson coming out to check on this. You talking about big losses. This is another upperclassman for the Braves, a senior with 3 goals on the year. Came in with 27 shots, the team leader in shots tonight with 5 for 32. And will be assisted off the pitch by 2 UNCP athletic trainers. Braves have another addition. New player running on for UNC Pembroke is Kimsey Collins, a redshirt junior who had 3 goals her last 4 games she's played, but not played in the last 2 for UNC Pembroke. Christine Rolfs at the corner flag, waiting for corner kick 14 of the night for Pembroke. Clock restarts, ball is in, stays free for a moment. Pittman trying to turn it around in the box desperately. Rolls out of the 18, Braves have a chance to hold it on. Katie Watkins, the hero last year against Lees-McRae, couldn't find Pittman on the connection. Montenegro up with Senecal Guzman. Senecal Guzman hits the deck, Montenegro keeps her feet. Tries to roll it outside left with speed. Montenegro, left foot, Gina Ryan makes the save, ball is still loose. Knocked by Haley Stewart for a moment, and Katie Watkins clears it out of play. Kiara Montenegro had the 2 goals last time out against Converse, nearly netted the first for Lees-McRae. Gina Ryan came up big with the save. Bobcats feeling the energy now after the long run and counter by Kiara Montenegro. Braves turn for a counter. This is fun the last couple minutes. Carly Rochelle wants Alexis Pittman. Pittman, redirection, gets around the defender. Pittman, a right-footed cross. Works it off of Katie Lysette. Corner kick number 15 coming up. 20 shots, 15 corner kicks. No UNCP goals, and we are into the 90th minute at LREMC Stadium. Kick in, caught. Raising for it, Alexis Feely, Riley Searing, right on the keeper's side. Lees-McRae wants one more opportunity offensively. The high kick towards midfield bounces once. Settled by Esposito. Rochelle puts the ball down towards the box. No Braves on the back end. Throw for UNC Pembroke. 25 seconds and ticking left in the half. It would carry us through regulation time towards overtime if neither side can find a goal in the closing seconds. Pittman holding it in play at the corner flag. Desperately trying to turn it for a cross. Fires at the corner of the 18. Kimsey Collins wants to turn it around. One defender holds it up. Katie Ryan with a right foot to try to get the ball loose in the box. That will do it for regulation in Pembroke. Clock expires. We've yet to find a goal, and we will go to overtime. UNC Pembroke and Lees-McRae scoreless. It's a Monday Night Madness right here on the UNCP Sports Network.
When it comes to saving money,
What?
don't act like a baby.
Oh, it's like they're having their own little meeting.
This is so humiliating. Be the boss.
I'm the boss.
What the?
Power nap. You were saying.
And make a budget.
Let's get to work.
Need a little help?
Stacy, read back the notes.
I can't read. What's it say?
Create a personalized savings plan and get other tools and tips
We can share.
You obviously didn't go to business school.
at feedthepig.org.
Mr. Big Shot, buying whiskey shots for everybody in the bar. From the looks of it, I'd say nobody even remembers.
The American dream to me as an immigrant means having the opportunities that my parents didn't have. Being the first one in my family to graduate, it meant everything my parents sacrificed for me to get to this point. It was paying off.
Estoy muy orgulloso de Michael por haberse graduado de colegio.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not had a scholarship. It just relieved a lot of the financial burden.
As a student will be just as important to you as what you did as a player. As long as you know that you made the effort to do the best of which you're capable, there's no failure. Success on 3.
There are over 400,000 NCAA student athletes. And just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
Through regulation in Pembroke, still without a goal, the UNC Pembroke Braves and the Lees-McRae Bobcats. We are headed to overtime. It's still a couple minutes away as the captains meet at midfield for a coin toss to decide possession heading in to the first of 2 sudden death overtime periods. We'll be looking for the golden goal. The Braves, 15 corner kicks, 20 shots, and a 15-shot advantage, but still looking for goal number 1. We'll come back with the overtime on the UNCP Sports Network.
Checking your fantasy league?
Nah, just my 401k statement.
Nice. Where'd you find the money for that?
I just been saving a little every month.
I can't seem to save anything.
Well, what about all this? What about the money you're spending?
What money? It's gone before I can get my hands on it.
I got a pizza for a Todd.
Hey, can somebody spot me?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
It's 547.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
We often get the question, where does the money go? More than 90% of NCAA revenue supports 89 championships and more than 1,100 member schools that give $2.7 billion in scholarships each year. Look around you. There are more than 450,000 student athletes competing every year, succeeding on the field, in the classroom, and in life. Bottom line, we put our money where our mission is.
Well, the most exciting minutes in soccer start now. Overtime in Pembroke. Lees-McRae and UNC Pembroke scoreless after 90. So we are looking for a golden goal. UNC Pembroke has possession first in overtime number 1. They won that coin flip. Carly Rochelle, Christina Stevenson over the ball. Officials setting things up, synchronizing watches. Everybody both sides ready to go. 20 shots for UNC Pembroke to 5 for Lees-McRae, but yet to find a goal for either side. Underway with the overtime. Christine Stevenson sending it deep. Nobody down there for the Braves. We will play 2 10-minute overtime periods if necessary. Any goal wins it. If it's still tied after 110, the match will be declared a draw. UNC Pembroke has had one draw. That was earlier this week against number 5 Flagler. 2-2 result. Lees-McRae twice they have drawn. Both Barton at home, a 2-2 result, and at Shawan, Alexis Pittman from distance, handled cleanly by Alexis Feely. All things considered for the Braves, there's good draws and then there's draws that you don't want on your results. For UNC Pembroke, a team that has designs to the NCAA tournament this year, a draw to a 3-8-2 side is not at all what you want to see late in the year. Ball was behind Kiara Montenegro. So this will be go time for the Braves. They'll look for a gutsy performance in overtime. Throw is headed in UNC Pembroke's direction. This match has not come without its opportunities. 5 shots for both Alexis Pittman and Kate Weisner. And Pittman missed an open opportunity at net. Wasn't even really able to get a shot off, sending it wide of the post. Ball deflected out, still a throw. First ball the Braves played in at Alexis Feely was a shot in this overtime period. Alexis Pittman earns the corner. Knocked it off of Adam Esposito. A 16th corner kick for the Braves. Christine Rolfs at the corner flag. Was taking most of the second half offerings after Christina Stevenson was starting to have trouble with her corners. Rolfs goes in. Cynical Guzman has it popped down at the feet of Rochelle. Watkins volleys it high. Header! Reeled in by Alexis Feely. Carly Rochelle flicked that on towards frame. 22nd shot for the Braves. An eyeball in midfield. Riley Neese knocked it forward. Rochelle playing far side with Pittman. Locked up in between a couple Bobcats. Still battling. Down to the turf. Ball free out of play. Thrown in to Adam Esposito. Headed by Rolfs. Rolfs behind the Bobcat, tripped it up, no whistle came. We play on. Pittman with room. Tried to carry it around the keeper once, maybe too strong of a touch. Riley Syrian with a right foot. Knocks it off a Bobcat. Race into the corner. Syrian. It's quite the speed to get to it. Fended off for a goal kick. Syrian had the last touch. No dice in getting it around Alina Ankney. Three and a half minutes into the first overtime period. The goal kick away upfield towards Carly Rochelle. Christina Stevenson, the volley off the header. Was marking Riley Neese. Katie Ryan along the touchline, able to angle it off of Tegan Dean. The officials missed that call. Ryan hit it off of Dean. They keep the throw with Lees-McRae. Heck of a job by Katie Ryan. Jasmine Cynical Guzman pops it up out of play. That full volley for the Braves defender. UNC Pembroke has not let a lot behind its back line. Only 5 shots that Gina Ryan has faced. The PBC's back-to-back goalkeeper of the week. Hasn't had to be tested much. But would have thought by now that her side had landed a goal the way it's gone. Katie Ryan able to deflect it off of Tegan Dean. This time the officials concur. Riley Syrian around one. Out of play. Off of Alina Ank. Ryan asking for a new ball on the side. Big throw. Skies over Kimsey Collins. Headed back down to the turf. Collins runs into Riley Neese. Back through the midfield. Wide side it goes. Lauren Paulson plays it up. Rolf's a header. Gets in the way of the intended pass for Esposito. Christina Stevenson trying to keep possession of it. Rolfs bodies up. Maddie Olson to keep it in play. It's still bouncing around back into the midfield of Stevenson's side. Switches directions on Riley Neese. Attempts outside for Pittman. A little too long to the touchline. Lars Anderson still animatedly directing traffic in front of his bench area. Jasmine Senecal Guzman up in front of a pass, raked down. Foul comes against Kiara Montenegro. Montenegro caught Senecal Guzman high. Easy view for the official. No cards in this match for either team. Crowd alive again in overtime. Clock stops as well as the official walks back with it. Now restarts, just over 4 minutes left in the half. Ball down, Searing wanted to get a right foot to. Throw towards the Braves. In the attacking third, UNC Pembroke making a substitution. Kimsey Collins out. Kate Weisner back. Weisner left injured the later portions of regulation. Wants to be in the important waning moments of the first overtime. Into the corner flag it goes, Alexis Pittman. Angling it off of the defender nearest to her, Lauren Paulson. Christine Rolfe setting up for the corner kick, number 17 for the Braves. Minute number 97. Ball goes up, stays up, caught by Alexis Feely. Jasmine Senecal Guzman was in the area. Alexis Feely has had a great night in net for Lees-McRae. Sure-handed, has caught all of those crossing balls she's had an opportunity to get to. Rolfs up, received on the volley by Weisner. Had a little trouble controlling it. Goes out to Katie Watkins from distance. Watkins the shot. Again caught surely by Alexis Feely. Watkins' shot a year ago came off of a rebounded shot from Kate Weisner that hit the crossbar when the Braves visited Banner Elk, North Carolina. No crossbar for the Braves yet. Big block by Katie Ryan. How about that, the recovery with Kiara Montenegro threatening. Katie Ryan has had a great match. Took away an opportunity from Kiara Montenegro. The biggest play of the overtime for the Braves, not even allowing her sister Gina to have to make a save in front of net. Lees-McRae to throw with 2 minutes left in the first overtime. Flick back on a header. Rolfs tied up. Trips up a Bobcat, no whistle. Throw Lees-McRae's direction. Rolfs again trying to step it out. Stewart. All she can do is clear it on the wide side. About a minute and a half left in the overtime. Bobcats all of a sudden have it sitting in the attacking third. Carly Rochelle trying to help flip it for the Braves. Alexis Pittman. Pushed by Lauren Paulson. Foul to keep it with UNCP. A little over a minute. Rolfs sending the laser at Watkins. Knocked it up. Flag goes up. Handball. The left hand of Maddie Olson came in contact with that ball up play. 1 minute left in the first overtime. Katie Ryan has a chance to set it up from about 40 out. Bodies waiting top of the box for the Braves. Winning moments of the first overtime. It's up, Katie Watkins. Rolled it off the feet of Kaylin Pitchler. Alexis Pittman, can she earn another corner? Instead, no, keeps it low into the box. Stayed free for a moment. Autumn Esposito. Settled the ball down, races far side touchline. Rolfs from behind the Bobcat trying to get to it, who was Tegan Dean. Was whistled for a foul. So Bobcats try to reset quickly, just 15 seconds remaining in the first overtime period. Back towards Haley Stewart it goes. Stewart kicks it long along the side, and the seconds will tick off in overtime number 1. We've now played 100 minutes in Pembroke, and the Braves are still even at 0 with Lees-McRae. Gutsy performance right now by the Bobcats. Will we see one of these two sides come up with a game winner? We take a timeout as through the first overtime is still scoreless on the UNCP Sports Network.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? Well, now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Start a Celebrate the soggy shoes and the slow starts. Celebrate the lessons learned along the way. These are the wins. Not the shiny, nail-biting kind. These are the last a lifetime kind.
We head to a second overtime in Pembroke. No score, Lees-McRae and UNCP. The Bobcats and the Braves have locked it up, and no goals to either side. Don't think UNC Pembroke hasn't had the opportunities. Trevor Williams with you alongside our great UNCP Sports Network crew. A little overtime tonight. The extra duty takes us past 100 minutes. Lees-McRae's turn to start with possession. Kiara Montenegro over the ball. Katie Ryan took away the best Lees-McRae scoring opportunity in the first overtime period by deflecting what would have been a shot for Montenegro. Lees-McRae whistled for starting ahead of the official. Lars Anderson saying it should be the Braves' ball. The official wants the clock reset. It is ticking on the far side. He has not told the far side folks to stop that clock. Now he does. So 20 seconds into the half, the clock will be stopped. Now the officials come together. The assistant referee nearest to us and our head official tonight. The head referee and the three-man crew is Dustin Thorne. Lets that clock go. Braves now working left to right. There in the white kits, black shorts. Lees-McRae, all green kits. Haley Stewart, the header. UNC Pembroke will only have 9 minutes left to work itself out of a hole. A match certainly the Braves feel like they cannot draw late in the season. On paper, a match they were supposed to win. A lot of various factors have played into making this a tough contest tonight, though. Some missed opportunities. No leading goal scorer. Injuries racking up for the Braves as well. Katie Watkins looking for Alexis Pittman forward. Watkins resets it with Pittman. Tried to play it through the heels. Knocked it off of Lauren Paulson. All those negative feelings for the Braves can be wiped away in the second overtime if they find the goal. Pittman into the box. Weisner kept it up, tried to one-time it on a volley. Searing running it down far side. Sliding to it for a moment, Alina Ankney. Searing fires it back into the box. Stevenson, the header back at the 18. Ball still loose. Rochelle turning around, hoping he'll stay near her. Watkins flicks it up high at the feet of Weisner. Weisner blocks a clearing try. Watkins resetting again. Watkins from distance with a right foot. Puts it towards the left side of net. Headed off by the 5'11 defender, Maddie Olson. Searing now inside the box. We're trying to draw something towards the end line. Misses wide of the near side post. Her near side post, our far side post. Alexis Feely was looking towards that post to her right and realized it would be well wide. Just let it go. Feely has been peppered by 26 shots tonight. Made a total of 9 saves. 1 save for Gina Ryan on 6 shots against her. Watkins Chance to play it down at Carly Rochelle. Towards the end line, Rochelle the cross. Nearly got to the feet of Wisner. Defender falls down. Rochelle have a second crossing opportunity. Keeps it up and caught by Alexis Feely. What a catch by the Lees-McRae keeper, the junior out of Raleigh. That would have been disastrous had the ball gotten over Feely. It did not. First 3 minutes of the second overtime are gone. Kate Wisner turns around, squares to see the 18. Carly Rochelle wants to play left with Riley Searing. Searing turns around, reverses direction. Needed a cross, tried for Wisner. It stays into the box, still pinballing free. Wisner runs it down, dances around one. Wisner fine for a cross, knocks it off of Lees-McRae for a corner kick. Christine Ross again headed that direction. Corner number 18 for UNC Pembroke. 16 more corners than Lees-McRae and 20 more shots at 26-6. All the chances have been going the Braves' way, but no goal to show for it. Rolf's trying to change that on the corner kick. Low dart. Headed up, Jasmine Senecal Guzman trying to keep it into the box. Kicks it out towards Rolfs. Heads it high. Stevenson slows it down towards her left. Runs at the end line. Throw going the Braves' direction. Put out a play by Nikki Torres. Katie Ryan throws corner flag. Riley Searing turns to her left, looks end line, gets past one defender, keeps it low for Kate Wisner. Ball still loose in the box. Wisner knocks it off Lees-McRae. Another corner kick for the Braves. Wisner was banged up late in the second half, a little slow to get up. Riley Searing helps her off the turf. Christine Rolfs into the corner flag for corner number 19. The Braves at 27 shots, 19 corner kicks. The low dart, whistle comes, it pops over the crossbar, and the Braves whistled for a foul. Got into the grill of Alexis Feely. So halfway through the second overtime period we go. The Braves have not been held scoreless in a match since their season opener against number 21 Limestone. Kate Wisner with a right foot, a couple hopper at Alexis Feely. UNC Pembroke getting dangerously close to being held scoreless for a second time this year. Told you they need to win all their last 5 to surpass last year's win total. We need 4 or 5 to equal the 12 they had in 2016. Haley Stewart stepping up towards Katie Watkins. Watkins threads it to Alexis Pittman. Pittman has a runner out right side. Pittman wants to step it back to her left. The freshman with a left foot wide on the far side post. Kate Wisner crossed underneath down to the right of Alexis Pittman. No shot opportunity there. 23 shot advantage for the Braves. Nothing to show for it. Keep talking about that storyline. Lees-McRae, you get the feeling if they could weather this for a draw, they'd feel very good against one of the Peach Belt's better sides. Of course, they want their single goal of the match. Have had just the 6 shots. Riley Searing working down to the corner. Will have the opportunity for the cross, puts it up. Pittman trying to get to it, punched by Alexis Feely. Christina Stevenson from distance, a right-footed shot, blocks Stevenson. On a rebound, tries to get to it. In the box, it's still free and cleared off by Lysat. My goodness, you can feel the intensity at LREMC. Under 3 left in this match. Both sides hunting for a golden goal. Kaylin Pilcher down the far side. Headed out by UNC Pembroke. Throw for Lees-McRae. Seconds continue to tick. The angle to Jasmine Senecal Guzman. Stays down the midfield. Katie Watkins, a nice step up into it. It's a chance to run it forward for the Braves. Wanted Kate Weisner in the middle of the park. Was cleared off the back line first. Stevenson with a right foot from way out. Needed Pittman on the back end. Pittman had to stutter step to stay on sides. 2 minutes left to work with for the Braves. It goes down as a shot. 31-6 in shots for UNC Pembroke. Their season high in shots and corner kicks, but the Braves being held scoreless for the first time since back on September the 3rd. Alexis Pittman trying to change it late. Gets around one with a right foot. Back in front of the game winner! Alexis Pittman feeds Kate Weisner, and it's over! In the 109th minute, the Braves come up with the victory. A total of 32 shots for UNC Pembroke, and all it took was the returning injured player, Kate Weisner, to put it away and put the final tally in twine for the Braves. They withstand into the 108th minute with just a minute and 22 seconds remaining on the clock in Pembroke to win it 1-0 in double overtime. How about that finish for Lars Anderson and his side? We'll take a timeout, come back on the UNCP Sports Network with the postgame right after this.
Brave Nation is about to commence. Rewards, event times, and the Brave Nation student section, it all lives here. Download hashtag Brave Nation for free, fill out your full user profile, check in from your Brave Nation section seat, and start redeeming swag. Turn on your notifications so you don't miss out on important Brave Nation information. Download the app, fill out your profile, be loud in the Brave Nation student section, and get rewarded.
Well, never a dull moment in Pembroke, but it does end in double overtime. The UNC Pembroke Braves 1-0 over Lees-McRae. You had to wonder if we were ever going to get there. 32 shots for the Braves, and it was the 32nd that counted. Kate Weisner, her 4th goal of the season, assisted by Alexis Pittman in minute number 109. Pittman's 3rd assist of the year. As we said, Weisner's 4th goal, and it completes the 1-0 win for the Braves. It was a gutsy result for UNCP, a match that they had to have. Tip your cap to Lees-McRae, battled throughout, especially the play of their keeper, Alexis Feely. The junior nearly had the clean sheet over 110 minutes, but the Braves just found the back of net when it mattered most in those waning moments of this contest tonight. How about that for match 3 of a 4-match homestand? The Braves with the 1-0 result. We'll have a chance to talk to Lars Anderson down the field, and you can check that out on uncpbraves.com. The next match coming up for UNCP is on Wednesday night at 5 o'clock into Peach Belt play for the final 4 matches of 2017, at least in the regular season for the Braves, when Lander comes to LREMC Stadium. How about that for a ribbon cutting tonight? Braves win it in double overtime. This is Trevor Williams for a great UNCP Sports Network crew, wishing you a pleasant rest of your evening here on the UNCP Sports Network.